Hey, hey, welcome back, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Sip with Joy. I feel so much better. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me last week because the cough was about to take your girl out. So I am feeling much better. So again, welcome back to Sip with Joy. I am your host, Joy M. Hutton, and I am a food and wine lover, serial entrepreneur, and I love to travel. And this podcast is about a girl, her wine, and her feelings, and I am that girl. So we're going to get into it, y'all. I am drinking a rosé today. Oh my God, this rosé is so good. Someone at Specs, if you all have a Specs in your area, they recommended this one to me. I'll talk about it more on the sip of the day, but I'm so happy to just be feeling better. I can breathe. My allergies have been wreaking havoc on me. So rosés are great for the summertime, so I can't wait to talk about this one. Hey, Elsie. Hey, Galactos. Nicole. Happy Monday, guys. Okay, so today's episode is called I Bet You Thought This Song Was About You. And y'all, I picked this title because I got so many text messages last week on the past episode, and because these guys were really in their feelings. And I'm like, oh, so y'all are on here watching, but you're not saying anything. You're just lurking. So anyway, I'm going to read some of these text messages because I'm putting these men out here. And I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to be that bad. But one guy sent me a message saying, I hope you have found peace and healed from what happened between us. First of all, bro, if you think I'm losing any sleep or any meals, stop it. It's not happening. Another guy said, hey, Joy, thinking of you. Just want you to know I appreciate you and all you've done for me. That's so kind. The infamous, hey, how are you? I ain't heard from this man and God knows how long. And one of these guys said, now, Joy, why are you talking about my skin like that? Because I told y'all I'll be helping people out here with their skin. I just want to glow up, you know? But I was like, boy, stop. You are not the only one I'm helping out here. And then another guy was like, I miss our talks, our friendship. You know, they sure know how to come back around when you're talking about them. But I just love how these men really thought I was talking about them. So, gentlemen, these are collective experiences that I'm talking about, and you are not the only one that has been a pain in my ass. It is a lot of y'all out here, okay? And I have helped a lot of y'all out here just be a better person, you know? I'm just waiting on somebody to make me better, you know? So yeah, this is not about you, boo, all right? Hey, Portia. Hey, Robin. So, so I want to segue what we talked about last week into this week's topic. And so last week we were talking about, you know, when do you know it's time to date again, you know, after being heartbroken. But this week, I want to talk about when is it time to leave, okay? Because we don't talk about that enough. You know, you hear the aftermath, your friends talking about the aftermath and what have you, but it's like, when did you know it was time to leave that situation? So, you know, we have our deal breakers, right? You know, abuse, cheating, disrespect, selfishness. But I want to talk about consistency, and we'll talk about compromise later. But I want to talk about consistency because I got into a disagreement with a guy about this. And I want to know, do you all think a lack of consistency is a red flag? For me, I see that as one because consistency is big. Being with a man, and for men, if you're with a woman, but being with a person who is inconsistent, when you question them and they make you think you're the one that's crazy, when you know that the same energy is not being reciprocated. So I'm like, am I the drama? You know, like, how is it that that I'm made out to be the crazy person when I'm noticing shifts and they don't want to be honest about it. They don't want to admit to those because you have certain expectations. You expect them to show up for you like they did before they got you, whether it's in a relationship or you gave them the cookie, But I think at the end of the day, we have to stay steadfast and choose us. We also can't send mixed signals because a lot of times we'll say you're not being consistent, but then we allow them to be inconsistent. So I think we have to check ourselves too in terms of what behavior we're allowing, and then we're all of a sudden like, well, you're being inconsistent. So we have to kind of check ourselves at the door too now. LC said, when you throw a brick at a pack of dogs, the one that hollers is the one you hit. Robin said, when you're no longer having fun or you would rather be anywhere else but with them, it's time to go. Yes, listen. It's so many things when it's time to go. And at some point, a man will reveal his true colors. And a woman, guys, because I know y'all watching, so I'm talking to you too. But a person will reveal their true colors. And I know I'm guilty, y'all. I am so guilty. I am the benefit of the doubt queen. Like, I just want to see the good. I want to see the good. And then I'm sitting here kicking myself in the ass later because I know that man wasn't good for me. And I have a really keen intuition, and when I don't follow my intuition, then I'm mad. But you can only be mad at yourself because you allowed that energy in the first place. So we have to stick to our guns, guys, because again, we're going to be upset at ourselves later. We're like, dang, why did I do that? But I know, like I said, I'm guilty of giving people the benefit of the doubt because I'm going based off of what you showed me first. So that's all I have until you start acting up. So I'm like, well, dang, where was the man I met 90 days ago or 60 days ago? Where was that man? So I'm returning to the person and hoping that that person comes back. But maybe that's just not who they were. Maybe they were just giving you their representative for 30 days, Maybe they were just showing you the better side, and then when they got you, like I said, that's when the mask comes off. Yeah, exactly, Portia. Seeing red flags as pretty pink flags. Yes. We have to stop doing that because, again, then we're kicking ourselves in the foot later because we tell our friends about the red flags. We'll say, well, I met this guy, but, we had a conversation and he kind of hinted to the fact that he didn't want kids. And if you know you want kids, then why are you dragging this out for another month or so? Why? If you know this man has poor hygiene, you ain't been to this man's house and it's not clean, why? Because that's going to be a problem later. So it's so many things. I mean, I could rattle off a list of things that we allow, but we have to stick to our guns, okay? Out there, men and women, we got to stick to our guns. So LC said, when my spidey senses kick in, I'm not going to wait to see if he will change. I will usually disconnect early. No need in wasting time. Exactly. And especially the older you get, the less time you have to waste. We shouldn't be wasting time in our 20s either. But at that point, we're not as serious. But like when you're in your 30s and up, it's like, okay, what are we really doing here? And, just kind of like I was talking about last week, like, what are we doing? If you know you're not ready, just say that. But it's people out here playing games. So again, the behavior, when you see that behavior changing drastically, what you had at the beginning of that relationship and it's no longer there, I think we always know, but I think we're always trying, again, to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better where I'm just giving less benefit of the doubt. If you don't want to do this, that's fine. I'm not fighting if you're not fighting for this. So it's fine. So, yeah, I just wanted to, and you guys are weighing in on the consistency piece, and I'm not the only one that sees this as an issue because I really got into a disagreement with this guy. And here's the thing. I told him, I said, listen, I'm not expecting you to text me every day at 9:05 a.m. I'm not saying that type of consistency. For me, it was noticeably, it was the energy that noticeably shifted for me. And that is what I was responding to. And he didn't get that. And so I was like, no, it's not that. I know I'm not imagining things, but they want to make you seem like you the one that's crazy. And I'm like, no, I know something has shifted here. And I'm big on energy and listen, like LC said, the spidey senses be going off. So I'm going to respond to that. And it's like, I know something's not right. Yesterday, you was just telling me, you know, where'd you come from? You're so great. And then the next day, you like, we have a disagreement and that's it. I'm not fighting for this. I have nothing else to say. Like, really? That's interesting. So it's just like, okay. And I've had many examples like that where it's like you call somebody out on something, and if it just, oh, it's just getting too close and too difficult right now. So now I don't want to talk about it. Okay, that's fine. 'Cause whoever I end up with, we're going to talk it out. We're going to have a discussion, and it doesn't have to be it's in love, a conversation in love, CIL. And it doesn't have to come from a bad place. Like, we're talking about what we're noticing. That's just being adults. But again, everyone is different. So, I want to talk about this, what the sip, Lori Harvey. So I don't know if you guys saw her interview, but she talked about, you know, she opened up in a recent interview about her breakup. Post breakup, life post breakup after Michael B. Jordan with Tiana Taylor. And so, you know, Tiana was asking her about what is she looking for, like what are some things that she's looking for, and she was just saying how she wants transparency, openness, communication. And she doesn't want someone that's trying to beat around the bush and act like you want something that you really don't. And this girl, she's only 25, and she has been through quite a bit in her young age. I mean, she's dated a lot, and she's dated a lot of high profile people. But the fact that she knows that at 25, I mean, we're more mature than men anyway, but the fact that she already sees that speaks volumes. And hopefully by the time she's 40, she you know, she'll be in a much better place, and she will have weeded through all the shenanigans. But it sounds like she's in a good place in terms of her knowing what she wants. And she said that after she almost got married at a young age, because she was engaged at the age of 20. Y'all, when I was 20, I wasn't even thinking about no man. I was not like that. Like, being in a serious relationship. I mean, I was just in college. So it's crazy that she was even in a serious relationship like that. But 20 years old, she was engaged to this soccer player. And she was just saying that after going through that experience, she now dates on her own terms, whatever she wants to do, however she wants to move, you know, she's gonna do it. And I think that's a good philosophy to live by. And she said if it's no longer serving her, then she's gonna move on. And you know, she was in a place where she wasn't ready to take that next step with Michael B. Jordan. There were some reasons why. I think, you know, based on things that are coming out, he was still in contact with his ex. And it's like, I think that's a whole other topic to talk about. Like, is it okay to talk to your ex? Is it okay to have a relationship with your ex, be friends with them? But I also think if you're in a serious relationship, you also need to put boundaries in place with that ex. So yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But she was saying what she learned was that taking the time to figure out exactly what she wants before settling down, and not settling, okay? And speaking of that, she said that she isn't willing to compromise what and who she is for romance. And she said that she will not compromise on her values and her beliefs. So I said I was going to come back to the compromise thing, because I think that's super important too. A lot of the times, depending on where we are in life, we might compromise a little bit. But again, like I said earlier about that benefit of the doubt, we may find ourselves in a place where we're like, why did I do this? You know, and I keep telling people, I'm like, y'all, don't send me no more short men, okay? I'm not trying to be discriminatory, you know, an average height at least. because I've just had bad experiences. And when I compromise on that, I always shoot myself in the foot, because these men be coming with a whole different set of problems, okay? So, look, y'all, don't try to hook me up with nobody that's 5'9" and shorter, okay? 5'9" is okay. And that's at the cusp, because I'm only 5'2". But what I'm saying is, don't compromise, okay? Because you know at the end of the day what you want, because the very thing that you might have accepted with that person may be the very thing that you resent from that person later. So do not compromise. And so she says she's not compromising, especially on values and your beliefs. And she was saying there are superficial things that she wants. Like I said, I joke a little bit laughing but serious about the short men, but what I'm saying is there are some things that you can step down on, but when it comes to your values and your beliefs especially, definitely not. So we got to stick to that. So Robin says we compromise too much, and that's the problem a lot of the time. Stay true to you. Exactly. Because again, when we're sacrificing who we are, then we're left holding the bag. We are left with the short end of the stick. So make sure that you're sticking to you. Like Robin says, stay true to you. And, don't compromise for nobody. Okay? So, I'll open up the lines. If anybody wants to call in, 713-396-0277. It's working today, y'all. I did a lot of troubleshooting, but the lines are working today if you want to call in. LC said, Joy, why are you trying to take the tall men from the tall women? You can get a 5'5" man and he is tall. Listen, LC, don't play with me. I want somebody that can stand over me, put his arms around me. We don't need to be neck and neck, hip and hip. LC, come on. At least I said 5'9", okay? That's a minimum. That's a minimum. Anything under that, we standing eye to eye. We're like 4-inch heels. So I can't be out here with the tiny man, So 5'9", that's it, LC. That's all you get. That's it. They got to be 5'9" and over. All right. 713-396-0277 if you want to call in, chime in on this topic. All right, so I'll leave that up, and then I have some questions too from the viewers. All right. Portia said 5'8" is tiny. Right. And well, again, I'm 5'2", but see, when you put on the heels, it's eye to eye. All right. First question is, am I dating anyone? And the answer is no. I am not dating anyone. Joy is on a hiatus right now. I'm tired, y'all. I told my therapist, I said, you know what? I'm tired of the learnings. You gonna have to send me, I said, God's gonna have to send me my man via Amazon Prime. And that's it. Just drop him off right at the door in a nice, pretty package. Amazon tape. And that's it. So no, I'm not dating anyone right now. Let's see. Another question is, do I want to be married again? It depends on what day you ask me. On a good day, yes. On a average day, I'm starting to question if I want to be married again. I told my parents, I said, listen, if by 42 I don't have a life partner, I'm just going to go out of the country and, find me a baby daddy and come back and, that's it. Just get pregnant. And that's what I'm going to do. I said, don't judge me. You'll get your grandbaby. I'll have my baby. And then we're all good. I'll find the man later. I feel like women with kids, I feel like they have a better chance of finding a man anyway. Because I'm out here. I'm just out here just floating. So I feel like if I have a baby, the man will come. So I gotta prioritize because these eggs are running low. Yes, not Amazon Prime. Yes, Amazon Prime ramen. Portia said men love baby mamas, don't they? You gotta have 1, 2, 3 kids, and then because the man feels like he want to save somebody, and I don't need to be saved. But if you want to come and be this baby stepdaddy, that is fine too. Okay, so yes, I would like to be married again. I am open, and I'm still open. I am not in the mindset that there are not good men out there, and I've said that before. I really do believe there are, but it's hard out here. I tell my parents this. It's hard out here in these streets. All right, the other question, let's see. Do I think Jay and I will get back together again? And the answer is no to that as well. I don't know why people keep asking me about this man. It's over, y'all. It is over, and it's not coming back. All right. And we were never together, so we were dating. But yes, no, we will not. We will not in that capacity. No. I am such a hopeless romantic, Portia. I can't help it. I just love. All right, we got a caller, guys. Hello. Uh-oh. See, I told y'all I had this figured out. Hold on. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. I'm getting an echo, so turn your computer down.
Okay.
Okay, that's
computer down.
Okay. Is this my mama?
How are you? Yes.
Oh. I was like, is this my mama? Hey, mommy. I'm like, I feel like I hear myself talking, but it's my mama. Hi, mommy.
You know we always say that to each other.
Yes.
Hi, baby. Hey, I'm loving the show.
Thank you.
Really, your dad wants to know what that wine is again, so you got to put that up in a app on the screen.
Yes, it's a rosé. He's got to watch the sip of the day so he can get the deets on it. But yes, I'll send him the picture of it later.
Everybody is not going to do that.
Well,
so you just have to. But anyway, I called for something else.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I just wanted to say that when it comes to men and relationships, I think most women all go through the same thing where they have these difficulties in finding a mate, and probably in my generation it might have been a little bit easier. People had a little bit more integrity. They had a lot more respect for women, and it might have been an easier period of time. But then sometimes when the first marriages don't work out and you go into the second marriage, you find that sometimes they can be more stable. Mm-hmm. So it just depends. And it also depends, I think, right now what I see in men and relationships, and I have conversations with my friends, they all are going through the same thing.
Right.
That people are just playing a lot of games. Everybody is fake. And you just don't have the integrity in the relationship. And sometimes you have to walk away because you just don't have, there's no integrity in the relationship. Men are playing games. Some of the women are playing games. And nobody is sincere. Mm-hmm. If everybody would just take the mask off and just be them, it might just be a lot better.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So your dad told me not to be long-winded.
I hear him in the background. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, Mommy. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Love you, baby.
Love you.
Bye.
I love my mama, y'all. Yes. Thank you, Kamisha. That's so sweet. Yes, Portia, I think social media makes it harder as well. And again, what my mom said, too, about going through a marriage and you go through a second marriage. Like, I know for me, after having been married a first time, when I go into my second marriage, God willing, I'm going in with a different set of eyes. It's completely different. And even in how I date, it's completely different. And which is why, like I tell you guys all the time, like I have not been in a relationship since I got a divorce, because that's how important it is for me. I'm a serial monogamous, y'all. Like again, like Portia said, I'm a hopeless romantic. So I want to be in love. I want to go together, And so But I have a different perspective on relationships now, and I'm way more intentional. Especially the older I get, I'm like, we don't have time for all this girlfriend, boyfriend stuff. Okay, are we gonna do this or no? So, I was married for 3.5 years, LC. But yeah, social media does make it hard too, because I'm like, I was dating this one guy and I'm like, dude, why do I see you flirting on all these people's pages? And we were not together, but at the same time, if we're saying we're in a monogamous situation, you are out there like for the people, and that's not okay. So I just think it's about having conversations. But again, having a conversation with him, he's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, if I'm with you, I'm with you. Okay, bro, that's excuses 101. I don't want that. I don't want a man that's for the people. I don't want that. So yeah, red flag, exactly. So yeah, I am just way more intentional about dating now, and like Lori Harvey said, she's dating on her own terms, and so when I see this is not working out, it's time to move on. And yes, I'm guilty of staying in situations longer than I should have. We all are, but we got to wake up at some point and be like, we have to get out of this situation, because one, we have to allow ourselves to be available for the person that is for us, and two, we have to allow ourselves to heal from that situation. So we gotta exit stage left. All right, so hey Lizzo, so yeah, we have to do better. Okay, last question was, do I like whiskey, and what's my favorite? And yes, believe it or not, y'all, I am a whiskey and bourbon girl as well as wine. So I like my Maker's Mark. I could do a little Jack Daniels. I like Angel's Envy. So yeah, I am a whiskey and bourbon girl for sure. Oh, and I like Woodford Reserve bourbon as well. So yeah, I like the dark liquor. Me and vodka. No, that's going to set me up for a long, long night that I don't want any parts of. I'm going to say, run, Joy, run. Exactly. Okay, so I want to leave you guys with this. I saw this on a friend's post, and she said, the minute that you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than what you settle for. Shout out to Carrie for that one. And I was like, ooh, that's good. I'll read that again. She said, the minute you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than what you settle for. Can I get an amen on that? It's so true. If you think about any time that you've settled, we always get less, I just, and that's with anything. I mean, I remember, and I know this is so random, but I remember I wanted to go to this restaurant and get some fried chicken and mac and cheese. She ain't had no mac and cheese. She ain't had no chicken. And I was so mad. And I was like, but the restaurant has chicken in the name. So she had no chicken, y'all. And so I went there and I got some fried fish and whatever else she was serving. But I got less. I settled, y'all, and I got less. I didn't get my fried chicken that night. Well, I did go to another restaurant and get it, but I was so mad. So anyway, what I'm saying is, y'all, you're going to get less if you settle, all right? So don't settle. Yes, you show people how to treat you. And LC said, I've heard many men say just because they are in a relationship doesn't mean they are blind. I agree, but don't break your neck looking. Right. It's a matter of respect. Come on. Come on. We are adults here. And it's like you ain't seen the booty and some TTs before. Come on. Let's just stop it, okay? So, yeah, show people how to treat you, and we all have to hold ourselves accountable. I know sometimes it's hard because I talk to, my friends about this all the time. Sometimes I just want a companion. I want to get cute and go out on a date, but at the same time, at what cost? Am I doing this? At what cost to myself am I doing that? So I need y'all to make yourselves available so I don't make poor decisions out here in Houston, okay? So date night, wine night, listen, let's do it, okay? Because I need to be doing something with my friends so I don't make poor decisions out here. But again, we got to hold ourselves accountable. And like Lori Harvey at the ripe age of 25 says, she is dating on her own terms. So we have to do the same. We have to do the same, and the right people will come. I still believe it. We just have to make sure that our energy is aligned up in here, all our chakras and whatnot. But we have to make sure that we're blocking that out. All right. Love y'all so much. Thank you for rocking with me on another episode. I'll see you guys back here next Monday. Thank you, technology, for working. Bye.